everyone. I hope you're having a great week this week. So looking at week 4's manager's hot seat video regarding the First National Bank and the merger between the two banks. So when I was watching this video, I was taking some notes, and you could definitely tell there was a clear division between Charlotte and I forgot the other gentleman's name, but you could tell they were coming from two separate banks. And the other guy ends up mentioning that Charlotte was the one that came from First American, and that they were actually failing due to poor risk management. And I really feel like that's part of the problem here, is that Charlotte is having kind of like a culture shock in her job because she's not used to that oversight. She's not used to the micromanaging, which again was obviously an issue with the First American policies. And then at National Bank, they've had to work on new organizational charts and just really having to change things overall so that this merger could work. And everybody pretty much expected this change to happen, but I don't feel there was enough information put out in terms of what to expect with this new merger. And it's hard to pinpoint everything to be expected. But when I was doing some research here, there are a couple resources I have. So the first being a supplemental resource. And the title of this article was "How do I conduct a job analysis to ensure the job description matches the duties performed by the employee in the job?" And I really feel like this one was important because in this situation, I feel like Charlotte is, again, a little bit culture shocked, and everybody's just trying to figure out their place with their either new positions or, in this situation, the flow of the organizational chart within the company. And so some steps to best provide some clarity here in the company is, have those employees complete a job analysis questionnaire. This way, everybody is knowing what to expect. And based off this questionnaire, we can take those results and figure out where we need to go from there. Interviewing those employees, asking them specific questions regarding their specific job duty and responsibilities. Again, communicating that this is what you need to be doing, this is your responsibilities, and interviewing them so you know where they stand and make sure there's a clear understanding of that. Obtain log sheets from employees with information about their tasks, the time spent on those tasks, at least for 1 week of work. Again, this is holding your employees accountable, and I really feel like, if you have this log, you have data. And as a teacher, I appreciate all the data because it gives me exactly what I need to know so that I can move forward and develop a plan to fix if there is an issue. In my situation as a teacher, it is often trying to find the reason for a behavior or the function of the behavior. So that would be very beneficial. Also, complete desk audits where you observe employees doing their jobs at different times of the day, how long. So again, it's still getting that data that you're looking for. You have that opportunity to see them in their best, maybe at their worst, when they're most on it. Again, you're just kind of having that log and that accountability for that employee as well. Interviewing supervisors and managers and other employees that any employee may interact with on the job. So really having, again, everyone on the same page, everyone has the same expectations, everyone has the same mutual goal for the company. I really feel like that's part of the problem, is that lack of communication here. I feel like everybody is just used to this certain set of policies and certain set of expectations from their prior bank or prior workplace. And in this situation, we've merged now. We need to figure out how we can become one and how we can be better as one company. And I understand everyone is used to being in their own environment in their own situation. In this situation, the banks, they're used to that set policy, but now they've merged and they have to come together and figure out what's best for them as a whole. And lastly, from this article is to compare the job to other jobs in the department, as well as the job family as where it falls. So here, you know, Charlotte may have a similar job as someone else in the company, but, you know, she feels like everything is very micromanaging, and that's because she doesn't see, she's not used to that oversight. She didn't have that, you know, go here, go here, go here. She's just used to doing it, you know, and in return, they're losing employees, they're losing clients, they're losing money. And she's losing some of her best people, and that's a problem for Charlotte. So she's just trying to find that quick solution, whereas, you know, you've got to find that happy medium of making money, keeping clients, keeping your employees happy. But I really feel like here's where communication and setting those expectations and clear policies play a huge role. Additionally, when I was looking for some resources, I found an article. This is a 5-step process for reorganizing after a merger from Harvard Business Review. And so, again, this kind of goes like back to the communication piece within your organization. So no matter what, you need to understand that there's going to be changes within a merger. You know, you're bringing 2 companies together or multiple companies together. In this situation, it was 2. And you're going to have to become one, no matter if you like it or not. So step 1 is developing that profit and loss statement. You're considering the benefits, the cost, and the timing of reorganizing this new business. You know, it's not just cost that you're looking at. You're looking at new employees. You're looking at new bankers. You're looking at the business as a whole and how you can make it better. So really developing like the profits and the losses of, you know, both companies and now coming together as one. Weighing out these costs and benefits as the merger can only better help set targets and goals that the new business can achieve together. Step 2 would be understand the current weaknesses and strengths. So you're bringing 2 companies together, really meet as, you know, a whole and discuss, okay, well, here at First American, here was our current strengths. Here was our weaknesses. So, you know, one of those things with First American could have been, you know, they were failing due to poor oversight or poor risk management, which also they did not have oversight. So that was also a problem. Whereas National Bank, you know, they were very tight with their organizational charts. So they could come together and discuss their current weaknesses and strengths and then place people and figure out what policies and expectations would be best to combine those to find, okay, as a whole, as our new First National Bank, here is our current weaknesses and strengths now that we've combined together. Additionally, you need to consider multiple options. That's step 3. So a common mistake is to focus on what the organization is going to look like. You know, we need to understand that we can't go into the mindset of, hey, this is exactly how it's going to be, because we don't know when we're merging 2 companies. We don't know every outcome. We don't know every expectation, but we do know that we can set those expectations. We can set those goals. But sometimes those goals aren't achievable right off the bat. So we do have to consider multiple options. And sometimes we have to change the way that may look, whether it's the organizational chart or policies. Step 4, and this is kind of a term, but it says get the plumbing and wiring right. So more specifically, it's just making sure that each part of the team understands the expectations and the process, and that there's a clear responsibility, and that each person has defined boundaries, defined goals, expectations, policies. Everybody knows their place. And it's essentially having the right people on the bus. You know, you don't want to just fill positions. You want to make sure you have exactly who you need in those positions. Step 5 is to launch, learn, and course correct. And that one kind of speaks for itself. No matter how much thought and preparation that we put into setting up a new business, a goal, sometimes we have to learn and we have to try a new path. Sometimes we're going to have to, okay, we're starting to veer off this way, let's get back on track. So really understanding that just because you have a problem doesn't mean that you're on the wrong track. Let's just course correct and let's keep focusing on the common goal of the company. In this case, that is to keep money safe for the clients and also increasing sales. And that is the main goal of the bank. So I really feel like these two sources would be really beneficial in terms of helping how this organization or First National Bank can really work through these bumps as a merger. Communication is key, really figuring out those strengths and weaknesses and communicating that they're one now. You know, we understand that we have been merged, but we need to understand we are one and we all have the same common goal and we all want the best for this business and the company and the employees. So I look forward to hearing from you all this week. Have a good one.